When something happens to you that's negative and it's out of your control, it's done. It is what it is. Now, there's certain things that you can do to try to remedy a situation, but a lot of times, if something bad happens to you, you get a negative feedback on your Amazon account, or you get suspended on Amazon, or I just moved to Miami, and crazy thing is, when I got here, I had a place all lined up. We had put the application in, we had gotten approved for it for the most part, and we moved everything from Connecticut and my buddy Romer from Nashville over to this apartment, and we were getting ready to move in, and my background check came back. And when I was 21, I got arrested. I was selling weed, and they hit me with like 4 felonies, all these charges, all this crazy stuff. And thank God that my father had hired a really nice lawyer, and we got those charges dropped down to misdemeanors. Long story short, I sold to an undercover cop four times. If I knew it was an undercover cop, never would have sold to them, but ain't proud of it, but it happens. And these situations, they make you who you are. But anyways, my background check came back and it had all this stuff on it. Now, all the different felony charges that I had when I was younger for selling to a cop, because that's a felony charge, even though they don't tell you they're a cop, it's crazy. Those were all, dropped, but they're still on the record as, I believe, nollied. Is that the word? N-O-L-L-E-D. And all I have is misdemeanor. So anyways, to like the untrained eye, and even myself, if I was a landlord and I look like that, it looked like a freaking kingpin is moving in. Even though it was all small charges, it doesn't look good. They rejected me. And I'm in a situation now where that's out of my control. Now in the future, and if I could go back in time, I would have gotten that removed off my record, because I know there's things you could do to remove a misdemeanor. But the question is, when you get a negative feedback, when you get a return, when you lose a couple $100 on a bad deal, when you move across the country to get the apartment of your dreams, and all of a sudden you get rejected, what do? These things are out of your control. Of course, you want to learn from your lessons, but really what you want to do, and the lesson learned that I found, at 32 years old, I've made this mistake for years, is don't give up, don't quit, don't lose hope. Don't all of a sudden say, you know what, I'm screwed, this is over, I'm moving back to Connecticut, or eBay's not for me, or I should go get my job again because, my sales were at 4,000 last month, now they're at 2,000. Stuff is gonna happen, bad things are gonna happen to you that are out of your control. Negative things are gonna happen in your life, but the question is, what can I do today to improve? What can I do to remedy the situation? What can I do? What thoughts can I think to myself that would allow me to get out of this, negative area and actually make a change? So for me, personally, when I get a negative feedback, or I get a return, or something just messed up happens, maybe I spend like $300 and 50% off day at Savers, and I bring all these clothes back home and find out $100 worth of them are damaged, or not what I thought, or I bought the wrong items. This happened when I was new. I say to myself, what can I learn from this experience? Next time around, what can I do differently? With this current situation that has smacked me right in the face, what can I do to make this an amazing situation? Maybe this is happening for a reason. Maybe all of this is happening because there's something better out there for me. Today I wanted to talk about habits. When it comes to having success in your business, finances, relationships, your eBay, your Amazon business, it all comes down to the little tiny habits that we practice on an everyday, regular, consistent basis. So many times I see people giving up and quitting when they're so close to success. A lot of times we feel like the results have to come instantly in order for us to be successful. And the truth is, really, at the end of the day, it's about doing the little tiny things, the boring, the mundane, the little things in our life that don't really seem to be having much of an impact over 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, 2 years. These things make the difference between the winners and the losers. The people who are making, $50,000 a month versus $50 a month. It's the people who are able to eventually quit their job and start their own business versus the people who give up after 30 days and, they're working their job that they hate for the rest of their lives. Success comes down to the little, tiny, boring, mundane tasks of our everyday lives. If you want to become successful, the best advice I can give you is find somebody who's already getting the results that you want and figure out exactly what it is they're doing. You want to become great at dancing salsa? Let's figure out what successful salsa dancers are doing. They're probably taking group classes a couple times a week. They're dancing socials maybe 3 times a week. Maybe they have a coach. Let's start to figure out a couple things that these successful people are doing, because they're not special. I'm not special. He's not special. She's not special. All the people who are getting the results you want, there's nothing special about them. They're just doing the little tiny rituals every single day. They're immersing themselves into habits that are creating success. So if you want to be successful, start doing things that successful people are doing. And you don't have to do it for 5 hours, 10 hours a day. Even just a little habit of 10 minutes a day can absolutely change the trajectory of your life over 6 to 12 months. So the main message I want to get across right now is if you're not where you want to be right now, let's find somebody who's already getting the results you want, a coach, a mentor, a YouTube channel. Let's start practicing and taking action on the habits they're doing on a regular basis, and let's stay consistent over the long haul. That's the recipe for success. One of the key ingredients to changing your life is changing who you are. And one of the easiest ways to change who you are is to change who you associate yourself with. Review your top 5 goals in life and then close your eyes and imagine they're already complete. Focus on how amazing it feels. So I actually have a Google Doc in my phone with my top goals in it, and I like to read my goals each and every day. It's a great way to love yourself because your brain has something called the reticular activation system, and essentially what that means is whatever you focus on, whatever you think about, your mind's it's gonna see it, it's gonna find it, it's gonna focus on it. It's like a target, it's like a missile that's locked onto a target. And that's how your reticular activation system is as well. Whatever you focus on, you're gonna see, you're gonna be aware of, you're gonna go after, you're gonna move towards. So by reading your goals, it's a great way to love yourself because you're giving your brain that upper hand to be able to bring within or attract or to just focus on whatever it is you want. So that's a great way to love yourself. And then visualize. Think about whatever it is that you want as if it's already done. Think about that 165-pound body. Think about what it's gonna be like when you learn how to dance salsa. Think about what it's gonna be like when you build your income to $3,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $7,000 a month. Imagine what it's gonna be like waking up to $200 in sales each and every day. Visualize, think about it. It's a great way to love yourself. Take action on something right now that you've been putting off for way too long and don't stop until it's complete. So we could all relate. There's something that we have that we've been putting off, that maybe it's in our Trello board or it's in our Google Drive or it's on our to-do list, and we keep putting it off, we keep putting it off, we keep putting it off. Regardless if it's big or small or medium size, whatever that is, dedicate the next 10 minutes, the next 60 minutes to getting that done right now. One of the best ways to love yourself is to get the things done that you don't want to do or that are stressing you out, because once you finish it, you're just like, you just got that breath of relief and you feel the stress just dissipate off your body. So that's something great that you can do right now, is just find one thing that you've been putting off, regardless of how impactful it might be. Just get it done. It will feel great.